Save this here. Welcome to my presentation as to how to build a three-dimensional boardwalk. Okay, let's get busy here. We'll start off with sketchpad.com. And we've had this program up another number of times, Sketchpad 2020. Pretty good program. Okay, it always brings the last thing up. We'll see what it was. Okay, that's my landscape of read. So I will go into here. I'll click plus, blank, create, and it will give me a new landscape size page, which I will then zoom in. So it looks something like this. I'm going to use a tool here called the line tool. Okay, the line tool to build my boardwalk. This allows you to build a straight line. It's basically like a ruler line. So here we go. I'm going to start here. And now the first thing I'm actually going to do, not start there, I'm going to build my horizon. I'll build that with a pencil. And you really, for this to work right, you should get familiar with all the various brushes. So there's my horizon. So that's where the boardwalk's going to end. This will be the sun, this will be the water, and so on. So let me go and build my boardwalk. I'll change this to a line tool. It's just like taking a pencil with a ruler, and I will start from here. We'll start the boardwalk from here to here. It's wide where we are, and it's narrow here. We'll go over to here. It's wide where we are, and it's narrow here. Okay. Here's the railings. We'll start here, and then bigger here. Start here, and then bigger here. And finally, we'll build something that gives it the three-dimensional look, which is the depth of the railing. Okay, so here we go. And again, it goes kind of into the distance like there. I'll go into the distance like there. The distance isn't all that far, by the way. So there we have our railing, okay? I can see right here that this won't quite go to the end. So let me try and paint this brownish, okay? Just brownish to show that it's wood. Obviously, we can do a little bit better with this, but I'm just going to make it brown and see what it looks like. It's there. That's there. That's, oops, see, there's a gap there. So let's see where the gap is. I'll go back here. Okay, and here's our gaps here. So I'm going to fix this with the pencil tool just for the sake of argument rather than redraw everything. Now, you know what I'll do? You should get used to this. Oh, shoot. Okay, undo it. I'm going to go into here and I'm going to redraw this whole side because I was lazy. I didn't fill the gaps, okay? That's the problem. So I'm going to go back to the line tool again and get familiar with it. This doesn't take very long. And I'm going to go here to make sure I'm in the distance. There's no gaps. And I'm going to go here. No gaps there. Here is my railing. No gaps there. Here's the three-dimensional element of it. No gaps there. So I'm going to go in again to paint. I'll change this color to a lighter brown, maybe. I'm going to do the railing here. I'm going to do the same thing over here. There we go. So we can see that it's different than the rest of it. Then I'll go into here and I'll change the rest of it to a dark brown. As I mentioned a number of times, click in the gray area before you change everything. And I'll go into here. And I'll go into here, okay? So you can see we have the boardwalk there, okay? There's the boardwalk going into the distance. I'll put in the individual rails here, and we'll make them a different color, just for the sake of argument, okay? In fact, what I might do is, I might go into here and not color a certain area. I'm not gonna uncolor, if you will, a certain area. I'll make it back to white. These will be white. And now I will draw the wooden railings here with a line tool. I'll make it brownish and make it a little thicker. And they'll look something like this. Start here, down here. Start here, down here. Start, we want it thicker than that. Come on, baby. Somehow or another, it's not that thick. Change the line tool to the path tool. Back to the line tool. Make it brown because it didn't stick with brown. I want it to thick like this. Okay. I'll go to pencil then, and I'll make it thicker. Sometimes tools just don't work, and there's probably a logical reason. So right now I'm making this thicker. So we see our railings that look kind of like this, and they're vertical, so they go to the front like this. That gives them a perception of depth because of the angle. Okay, so that's what that looks like. Now we have this. Let's do the water on the side, the swamp water. What does swamp water look like? Kind of a gross green, let's say. We'll put that there. And you can see through here. I'll click in the middle of here so you can see the railings as well as the water. Okay. I wouldn't let little kids walk there because you notice they could fit through these slats. I'm just going through and using the tools. We'll get a big win here with our bushes in the swamp. I can keep it that kind of outline. We don't really care. And those will be trees or kind of gross undergrowth in the distance. And that will probably be dark green. There we go to these swamps. They're kind of gross. All kinds of smelly things. Oh, the line is not good there. I can see that right there. So let me just fix that. Okay, we have that. And now the picture shows some trees that overgrow here. So let me go into here and I'll draw some trees. They're almost like coming out of the water, so I'll make them look something like this. I'm going to change the color here to black. Okay, change the color back to black. Not changing. How about this? Okay, well, we'll undo this. Do this. You know what I'll do? I'll change it to pen and I'll change it to black. Okay, so here we go. There are certain functions that from time to time just don't work. So these are kind of, I call them like cattail trees, you know, that are kind of, they used to call them skunk cabbage when I was a kid, and they go over the top. So we'll make part of them brown and part of them green. Let's see how this looks. I'm going to go to paint and I'm going to change it to brownish. There we go. Sometimes I have to paint everything because it's delineated by, there we go. And we'll paint the top of it some kind of gross looking green. Oops, I want to undo that. I didn't do my click. So I go into here and I change this to green. And there we go. I'll do another one. It'll grow in front of this kind of make sure the lines connect there so we don't have any dead spots. I'll go into here and I'll change this into kind of this gross looking green. Oh no, I don't want that. And that's because that line is kind of stinky here. So let me make sure that it's fully connected to here, and I should be able to paint it green. Okay, great. I'm going to go into here and paint this brown. And there we go. These are kind of cattails that stick over it. And I'll just go and make a blue sun and a blue sky in the background. Oops, I want to undo that, please. I click in the open area sometimes. Click over here and make it blue. There we have blue. And of course, our friend, the sun. And there we go. so that we have a three-dimensional boardwalk with overgrown trees, a sun, and a swamp water, and that will do it. So I'm going to go click export, save it as a JPEG, send it to me, and with any luck at all, you will then be able to go in here and get a 30 out of 30 on this particular project. I'm going to stop recording now. Thank you.